From a young talent who had the world at his feet, with no money, fame, and a promising future in the NBA, to a teenager facing up to 28 years in prison, in today's video, we will discuss everything we know about Mikey Williams destroying his career.
Mikey Williams, who is committed to play at the University of Memphis, faces up to 28 years in prison if convicted on all the current charges.
Gun charges. What happened exactly? In the past few months, combo guard and former San Ysidro High School basketball star Mikey Williams has had to face one of the worst fears of many young athletes. Once regarded as the future of the NBA, Mikey Williams' life took an unexpected turn in April 2023 when he was arrested by the police in his $1.2 million hilltop home in Jamul, California. The 6'3" guard from the Memphis Tigers was charged with assault with a deadly weapon after he was said to have fired shots at a car full of people leaving his residence after an argument. According to the police report, the car was hit, and despite Mikey Williams being lucky not to hit anyone with a bullet, the car had multiple minors in it. Lucky for him, he was able to secure a bail of $50,000 a day after his arrest. But sadly, ever since the incident, he has had to face several charges that may cause him to forfeit his college eligibility and most likely prevent him from ever making it to the league. Mikey Williams, at the time of his arrest, was being held on 5 counts of assault with a weapon and 1 count of firing into an occupied car. There were high hopes that he could possibly face one charge, which was for breaking a California law prohibiting the use of a firearm in an assault on another person. However, the combo guard faces a potential 4-year prison sentence if found guilty of either a misdemeanor or felony for this offense. In any case, confident he would beat his case, the star talent pleaded not guilty to the multiple felony charges against him. Unfortunately for him, though, he had to face a preliminary hearing for the judge to decide whether there was enough evidence for his case to proceed to trial. Nonetheless, after having his preliminary hearing postponed 3 times, it's not looking good for the basketball star, as an El Cajon Superior Court judge has now ruled that his gun charges can now proceed to trial. And as if that weren't bad enough, he may also face additional charges and could spend the majority of his adult life behind bars. How bad could it possibly get for the famous basketball player?
Found several weapons inside Mikey Williams' home.
Faces up to 28 years in prison.
The trial of Mikey Williams. After having his gun charge trial postponed 3 times in 3 months, former San Ysidro High School basketball star Mikey Williams' charges have now been ruled by an El Cajon Superior Court judge to proceed to trial. On all 6 counts of felony, Williams faces a maximum of 28 years in prison. That's a huge part of the 18-year-old star's adult life if convicted on all charges. Unfortunately, the star seems to have more to worry about, as he is also being accused of tampering by witnesses who attended the hearing. One witness, a minor whose name was kept anonymous, testified that another witness tried to prevent him from testifying in exchange for cash from Williams. Another witness, a teenage girl, claimed the basketball player threatened her and a friend in different ways, that he was boasting that they would all leave with gunshot wounds and no one would come to save them since they were high up in the mountains. Multiple witnesses claimed to have seen Williams emerge from the house with a firearm in his hand as they got in the car to leave. And one girl, in particular, revealed that she saw Williams just before the shooting, holding a gun with a red laser moments before the shooting. According to a detective who testified, authorities discovered 2 firearms, one of which was loaded, along with a crossbow in Williams' bedroom closet. However, the guns discovered did not match the one Williams was alleged to have fired at the car. And to make matters worse, there is proof that the Tesla he is accused of shooting at has 2 bullet holes in the trunk and 2 in the rear window. Whatever the case, his career and entire life are currently at a standstill. With these charges pending, Mikey Williams currently cannot play at the University of Memphis, and with the continued delay, there are doubts about whether the 6'3" guard will pull on a uniform for the Tigers this season, even if he beats the charges. Risk losing his Memphis scholarship. Coming out of high school as one of the top 50 basketball players of his class, Mikey Williams committed to play for the Memphis University Tigers. Unfortunately, while all eyes were on the combo guard's debut for the Tigers, his gun charge issues have now delayed it, with a possibility that it could have stopped it permanently, as he not only risked going to jail for a maximum of 28 years, but also losing his scholarship. Currently, the 2023 recruit is still listed on the roster posted on the athletic department's website of the university, but he is regretfully unable to attend classes on campus and is not permitted access to team-related facilities or activities while his legal issue in California is still active. The combo guard was left out of the team's summer tour to the Dominican Republic and was absent from the group's first formal practice. At the moment, there are concerns that Mikey Williams could lose his Memphis scholarship and could possibly miss ever playing college basketball, as the university student code reads that they won't agree to any special consideration for any student regardless of their status when they are charged by federal, state, or local authorities with a violation of law. In addition, Memphis Tigers head coach Penn Hardaway has made it clear that he and the university will wait to decide on Williams' future at the school until after the outcome of his case's trial. However, given that he faces a potential 28-year prison sentence, things aren't looking good for the basketball player's future in college. Unfortunately, facing the possibility of losing his scholarship, Mikey Williams is facing severe setbacks off court, as his damaged reputation has seen him lose sponsorship deals too. Sponsorship loss. Having a gun charge with the possibility of facing 28 years in jail sure has a lot of downsides, and one of the many is a bad reputation. And a bad reputation is not a good look for sponsorship deals. With Mikey Williams' status as a future NBA star hanging by a thread, some of his sponsorship deals are already falling apart, as some companies that signed him to the endorsement deals are having cold feet. One of the companies is Lace Clips, a sports tech company which makes wearable smart activity trackers that attach to shoes. Prior to his arrest, Mikey Williams was signed to a massive nil deal with a valuation worth about $3.3 million, and Lace Clip was one of the first businesses to license the basketball player's name, image, and likeness. Unfortunately, they quickly declared that they would no longer work with the guard immediately after he was arrested. According to Jonathan Nussbaum, president of Lace Clips, moving forward, Mikey Williams won't be associated with their company, and their decision wasn't just because of his arrest, but because after signing the 18-year-old guard to a multi-year contract in 2022, he wasn't holding up his end of the bargain. Williams was also contracted by Cash App, in addition to Lace Clips. However, his contract with them was terminated in early 2022. He is currently signed to I Got It. However, given his legal troubles, it is unknown what their stance is regarding his arrest. And the same can be said for his biggest endorsement deal, Puma. Mikey Williams' endorsement deal with Puma is the first of its kind, and the multi-year shoe deal is estimated to be worth $50,000 a year. Unfortunately, given the damage done to his public image after the arrest, Puma hasn't come out to stand in support of Mikey Williams, leaving many to believe that it's only a matter of time before he loses the very deal that cemented his superstar status, that made him a star that NBA stars pull up to watch his game. There's no going back from here for Mikey Williams, as he seems to have lost it all as fast as it came. This legal issue has left him with the option of either having a future in prison or a future in the NBA with a damaged reputation. Future: in prison or the NBA? Before making headlines because of his legal issues, Mikey Williams was viral for being a top high school prospect. Before starting his high school career, the combo guard had already had offers from several NCAA Division I programs, including Arizona and Arizona State. You have to understand that Williams has been treated like a professional athlete since he was 14 years old. Fans line up outside and around the gym to see him play in a game. Even NBA stars like LeBron James, DeAndre Ayton, LaMelo Ball, and Cole Anthony have all gone to see him play. At just 17 years old, he had over 3.3 million Instagram followers, which, to be honest, is more than most NBA players and teams have. And as if that weren't enough, the combo guard secured a sneaker deal with Puma, making him the first American high school basketball player to do so. Sadly, with a career trajectory that could see him become a future star in the NBA, these legal issues hanging over the 18-year-old basketball player's head now have the possibility of ruining an illustrious career, becoming a case of what could have been. Do you see Mikey Williams beating his gun charges? And if he does, do you think he could bounce back? Let me know what you think in the comment section.